Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining. Sunil here. Can you hear me? Please confirm in the chat box. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your confirmations. Okay, so let's stop the chat. Okay. So what's our plan for today? So we'll be discussing some miscellaneous services called simple queuing service. Okay. Simple notification service and then Cloud Watch. So these are some of the miscellaneous services which I want to discuss in today's session. So before moving on, let's have quick interaction with Sheikh. Hi, Sheikh. How are you doing? You are now allowed to unmute. How are you?
Hello, Sunil. I'm fine.
Thank you for joining. Yes, your question.
Actually, I'm waiting for a day one class to speak with you, but not getting chance for me.
Okay, that's the reason I have unmuted you. Yes, you are allowed to talk now.
Yeah, Sunil, I have learned as per your classes. I going to Udemy and take the Stephen Marek. Yeah, Stephen Marek and learn the courses. I want to go apply for the jobs, but I did not get any resume format. I go through.
It is there in the Telegram group, no?
Yeah, Telegram. I go through it, but I did not find as the.
No, there are resumes in the Telegram. Did you search in Telegram about sample resumes in our group?
Yeah. I go to through it, and there is a sample to 1 to 6 resumes are available.
Yes,
but they are in DevOps and AWS. That's why I did not have any idea of what.
No, only AWS resumes are also there. You do one thing, Sheikh. You send an email to support at the logiclabstech.com asking for sample resumes on AWS. Okay. Either they will provide you as an attachment or they'll send you the WhatsApp group link, so that also where you can look at the AWS sample videos. AWS sample resumes. Okay.
Okay. One more.
Yes.
Sorry for that.
No problem.
Actually, is there any project in your YouTube or?
It's already there now in the YouTube channel, Sheikh.
I see only one regarding AWS cloud. Is there any more project?
The project in YouTube channel there are I think 2 or 3 projects. Okay, please look at that.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Okay, now I will discuss something important. That will be a theoretical discussion. Simple queuing service. Queuing service, very important. Especially in certification point of view, you may get one question related to queuing service. Okay, so SQS is related to queuing service. Okay, what is the importance of SQS? Where exactly this particular service plays a role? A user accesses the application using a site www.some. In our case, it is sunilcloud.com. It could be facebook.com, or it could be IRCTC trainbooking.com, whatever it is. A user accesses the application using URL. And we already seen in the service called Route 53 service, we link the domain name to load balancer. Am I right, friends? In the Route 53, we have learned in the last session, we have learned about Route 53, simple, weighted, latency, geographical. So in that lesson, in that series, we have learned how can we link the domain name to load balancer. So the request will go to load balancer. Behind the load balancer, there will be web server 1. WS stands for web server 1, web server 2, web server 3. So what the load balancer responsibility distribute the web traffic to the web servers. Okay, so load balancer will receive the traffic from the domain name, and then the traffic will be diverted to web server. Okay. Web server can deliver only the web pages, but the actual application, the core application process will be running on the application server. So there'll be few servers. There will be 2 servers. One is web server, there'll be application server. And this is database layer. Database layer is different, application server layer is different, web server layer will be different. Request will go to, from the domain name, the request will go to load balancer. Load balancer will distribute the traffic to web server 1, web server 2, available web servers. Web server cannot process the data. Web server will again send the request to the application server. Web server will send the request to application server. Application server will process the request, and in case if the application server needs to communicate database, it will communicate to database. It gets the data from the database, and then that will be delivered to web server. From the web server, the information will be delivered to the users. This is how the traffic happens. The communication channel is, I think it is very clear. Request will go to web server. From the web server, request will go to the application server. When the traffic is very high, especially in this latest technologies, when the traffic is very, very high. What do you mean by traffic is very, very high? And I want to tell you. At any given point of time, how many users like you and me will try to book a cab in Ola or Uber? Ola and Uber are having their services in all over the cities, right? Delhi, Chennai, Delhi, all those cities, as well as now it is on towns also. At any given point of time, how many users like you and me will be accessing that but trying to book a cab? There will be hundreds, thousands, millions, lakhs of users. Do you have you experienced when you try to provide the location? Let's say you want to book a cab, you will be providing the location where do you want to where from address, and when you click on book cab, within 1 minute, either the request should be processed or to make sure that the every request process clicks. My friends, there are some network issues at my location. So can you hear me? Please respond in the chat. Thank you. Let's stop. So where exactly this queuing service plays a role? Queuing service plays a vital role, and the role is between the application server layer and between the web server layer and application server. Between the web server layer and the application server. Okay. Okay. The request will go to load balancer. From the load balancer, request will go to web servers. We want every request to be processed. When you want critical applications where every request to be processed, especially in booking these kind of services like ticket booking, or with these kind of services like cab booking, or apps like Zomato or Swiggy, where we will be doing special in this kind of applications. Queuing service plays a vital role. So queuing service acts like a communication layer between web server. Web server will send the request to the queuing service. All the requests will be waiting in the queue. All the requests At any given point of time, there will be lakhs of requests while queuing in the queue. It is a responsibility of the application server to process the queue, process the request. It's a responsibility of the application server to process the request, and then that information will be obviously stored in the database. So that's how it happens. So whenever there should be a strong communications, especially in this kind of applications where the booking is involved, in such case, the queuing service plays a very, very important role. Okay, so let's learn more about this queuing service. Look at the theory. It is a backup mechanism for the application server. It is a backup mechanism for application server is SQS. You may have a question. So how is it a backup service? All the requests from the web server will be stored in the queue. Okay. All the requests from the web server will be stored in the queue. Application server responsibility is to pull the request. You can see here, it is a responsibility of the application server. It is the responsibility of the application server to pull the request from the queue. So SQS will control the flow of the request. It makes sure that there is it's something like a buffer location where all the requests will be waiting to get processed from the QA, from the application server. Next, very important. Once a request is pulled in from the queue, assuming there is a queue, this is a queue. This is a request. So once a request is pulled from the queue, application server will pull the request. Who will pull the request? It's a responsibility of the application server to process the request. It's a responsibility of the application server to pull the request. Once the application server is pulled, the request will not be deleted. And don't think that once it is pulled, it will be deleted. No, it will not be deleted. It will be invisible for 30 seconds. The default time is 30 seconds. You can change it to 1 minute also. You can change it to 2 minutes. It depends upon application to application. Especially when you're booking some cab in Ola or Uber, the default limit is, I think, 1 minute. Within 1 minute, the request should be booked. Or otherwise, we should try it again. So that's called as, so the request will be invisible for 30 seconds. Next, look at this. Try to understand. Within 30 seconds, the application server should process the request. So what's the time? Application server is having 30 seconds of time to process it. Within 30 seconds, if the application server successfully processes the request, if processing is done successfully, then the request will be deleted from the queue. Only when it is processed, then only it will be deleted from the queue. Within 30 seconds, if the application server is unable to process, this is the queue. So request, application server will pull the request. The moment it is pulled, it will be invisible. Don't think it will be deleted. It will be invisible. Within 30 seconds, the processing should be done. If processing is done successfully, then it will be deleted. Within 30 seconds, look at this statement. If the application server is unable to process, then it will be visible back. Then it will be visible back so that it will be again processed by the same application server. It can also be processed by the other application servers also. Okay. So to make sure that every request is processed and we don't want any loss in the requests, in such case, we go for a simple queuing mechanism. So so the default time is 30 seconds. If assuming there are some cases where the application server needs more than 30 seconds to process, then you can increase it to 1 minute, you can increase it to 5 minutes. That is called visibility timeout. The default visibility timeout is 30 seconds. You can increase up to 12 hours. By default, SQS will maintain the request for 4 days. In what is the maximum number of days required duration that a request will be waiting in the queue? The maximum number of days is not the maximum. The default days is 4 days. The request can be available in the queue for the maximum of 14 days. It's a queuing mechanism, especially used in communication between, the web servers and the application servers. In non-AWS environments, in non-cloud environments, this concept can be handled by using MQ series, RabbitMQ. So these are the services used in non-cloud environments. In cloud environment, AWS has provided a special series called as queuing service. Okay. So this is what I want to discuss about queuing service. Let's move to next service, notification service. Let's discuss about notification service. We already have discussed a notification service, but I want to do it one more time in detail. Look at this. In the auto scaling, what happening here? I hope you remember. EC2 machine 1, EC2 machine 2. Both the EC2 machines are attached to the load balancer. Agree? Okay, isn't it? So load balancer will receive the traffic and send the traffic to the web servers. When in the auto scaling, what is the concept of auto scaling? When the CPU utilization is more than 80% or 70%, what's happening? The new EC2 machine should be created. That's the concept of auto scaling. The new EC2 machine should be created, isn't it? At the same time, when the traffic is less than 30, and the CPU utilization is less than 30%, we should have to remove the EC2 machine. So this is about auto scaling feature. According to the traffic, the machines will be created, and traffic is less, they should be deleted. That's but the problem is, as an AWS infrastructure team, we should receive a notification. We should receive a mail saying that at evening 6 o'clock, the traffic is more, so new EC2 machine got created. We should know what's happening. Everything is happening automatic. When everything is happening automatic, but we should know what's happening as a cloud team. As an AWS infrastructure team, you should know when the EC2 machines are getting created. Let's say at midnight, 11 o'clock, there's less traffic, so the EC2 machine has been removed. You should get some emails at least. What's happening automatically in the AWS cloud? How do we receive notifications? Using a service called as notification service. Using a service called as notification service. I'll give one more example. In Route 53, we have failure policy, right? In failure policy, what's happening here? There are two regions. One is primary region, the other one is secondary region. Always the traffic will go to primary region only. 100% traffic will go to primary region only. Okay. Because of any, whatever could be there, if the complete region is lost, automatically the traffic will go to secondary region. So that finally end users will not find any downtime. End users are happy. But as an AWS team, you should know that the traffic is going to secondary region because the primary region is down. You should know that. If everything is going on automatically, it's good, but you should know some information, right? What's happening in Route 53 when failure policy, one region is down, we should receive a notification saying that at so and so specific time, the Mumbai region is down, so that the traffic is now going to the Sydney region. We should receive notifications. As an infrastructure team, you should receive notifications. How can we receive notifications? Using a special service called as notification service. Okay, using a special service called notification service. We already have discussed this when I'm discussing about auto scaling, but I'll repeat it one more time. In notification service, what we need to do is to create a group. The first step, what we do is we have to create a group. Group is also called as topic. We have to create a group, and then we have to add email addresses to the group. Let's say I want to send you notification saying that the session is not available. What I've done, I have created a WhatsApp group and I have added mobile numbers to the group. In the same way, you also, as 70 people, maintain AWS team of 20 resources, maintain the client's infrastructure. In a simple notification service, what we have to do is to create a group and then we add email addresses to the group. Okay. Once we add email addresses to the group, if anything happens, then we will receive the notifications. I'll show you how to create a group and how to add subscribers to that particular group. Let's do that. That is possible using a service called as SNS, simple notification service. So let's log into AWS. Looks like it's very slow.
Yes, sir. And sir, my question is actually, I'm very new to
Your
this.
question, please.
I'm very new to this software course. I completed my graduation in 2017. Hello, sir. Can you hear me? Hello.
Yes, Siva, I can hear you. Please tell me.
So the question is, there is a 4 years, gap between I'm joining to this software.
Okay.
How can I approach to this one?
Oh, I recommend to learn both the courses, AWS and DevOps. Okay. And then complete the
Actually,
project, be perfect in the subject. Okay.
actually, I completed,
Your voice is not clear, Siva.
actually, there is a network problem.
Uh, Akil Akhtar, can you hear me? Akil Akhtar, can you hear me? Praveen Kumar. Praveen Kumar, can you hear me? Siva Sai. You are allowed to unmute Siva Sai.
Your side. There is some network problem from your side.
The problem could be from my side. I am experiencing some network issues at my location. Okay, Sai.
So, so I can complete the course and after can I put my resume?
Yeah, you can do that. You have to do that. That's the only way. You have to complete both the courses, AWS course and DevOps course. Complete the project, be perfect in whatever we're learning, and you can try for the jobs. Okay.
I have completed that course.
Looks like network issue. Madhu K. Is my voice clear for you, Madhu?
Yes, Sunil. Very good evening.
Good evening, Madhu. My voice clear?
No, in meanwhile, it's getting disturbed. It's breaking many.
Okay.
This
Okay,
is
let's
the
try one
only
more
day I'm
time.
facing issue from your side.
Yeah, Madhu. So clear about whatever we are learning. Any questions? I can see your hand raise.
Yeah, until now, all the concepts are fine. You are explaining very well.
So what we are doing is we are now creating a new group here. Okay, Madhu.
Yeah.
So what we are doing is we are creating a new group here. So I am already in the SNS. Group is nothing but the topic. So here we have an option of topics. Right now there are no topics. So let's go ahead and create a topic first. Okay. Let's go for standard topic. So topic I'm writing as my topic one, display also, display name also writing it as my topic one. So creating topic is very simple. So creating a topic, that's the topic, that's very simple.
Sunil, I'm experiencing network issue from your side.
My saying not clear.
We can't hear your voice properly. There is the breaking in your voice. Hello, Sunil. Is my voice is audible for you? Hello, Sunil.
Okay, I'm back. Looks like this could be better. I'm creating a topic. Go for standard, mention the name of the topic. Topic name can be anything, whenever it is my topic, and then display name also I'm writing it as my topic. Go ahead and create a topic first. Topic has been created successfully. Once the topic has been successfully created, so look at this here. Look at this. You can see in the dashboard, you can see there's one topic which has been created. So the topic has been created. Now this topic is having no subscribers. You have to add email addresses to the topic. You can add a number of email addresses. You can add 100 email addresses. There's no limitation. So I'll be adding my email address. So let's say this is my email address, Sunil DevOps77. I'll be adding the email addresses to this topic. Okay. So that process is called a subscription. And here you have to mention the protocol. I mentioned it as email address. You can also say receive the notifications using SMS also. In case of SMS, you have to add mobile number, obviously. I say protocol as email, and I'll provide the email addresses. You can have a number of email. You can add number of email addresses separated with comma. So you can see now the topic has been created. The name of the topic is my topic, and this topic is having run subscription. And as a receiver, I should confirm saying that I'm ready to receive emails from AWS. So let me log into my email account.
అర్థమవుతుందా? ఈజీయేనా? డ్రాగ్ అండ్ డ్రాపేనా?
I have created a topic and I have subscribed. You can see I need to confirm the subscription. I should confirm saying that I'm ready to receive the emails from from AWS. So you can see the subscription has been confirmed. As the subscription has been confirmed, previously the status was pending confirmation. When I click on refresh, I can see the status will be changed, saying that the subscription has been confirmed. So what we have done, we have created a topic. Under the topic, I have created one subscription. One topic can have 100 subscriptions. That's not a problem. But the point is, how do you use this particular topic, or where do you use this particular topic? Okay. Okay. I want to explain how exactly we'll be using this topic with respect to the auto scaling feature. Let's test the SNS with respect to auto scaling. Okay. So in the EC2 dashboard, let's go ahead and create launch configuration. So obviously I need to switch to EC2 service. Launch configuration. So let's create the launch configuration first, because auto scaling comes after launch configuration. Okay. Create launch configuration. Name of the launch configuration will be my LCG, can be anything, and choose any AMI, does not make any difference. I'm taking CentOS operating system. Instance type, I'm selecting it as T2 Micro. Just I'm showing you where to use the topic. Launch configuration is created. Now, basing on this launch configuration, we'll be creating auto scaling group, isn't it? Once the launch configuration is created, okay, select the launch configuration, actions, create auto scaling group based on the launch configuration. In the auto scaling group, I hope you remember, we have to provide the name of the auto scaling group. I write it as ASG1 is the name of the auto scaling group based on the launch configuration. So you can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-step process. You can see here in step 5, there's a concept called add notifications. Hey, there comes the importance of the topic. So let's quickly move to step 5. I'm creating an auto scaling group. Next. And where do you want the EC2 machines to be created? In which availability zone? I want to create it in the first availability zone. Next. I want all the EC2 machines to be attached to the existing load balancer and choose from the classic load balancer. Fine. So right now there are no load balancers. Okay, so I don't want to attach it to load balancer as of now. That's not a problem. Next. Minimum size, maximum size, you know it. In the next step called add notifications. Look at this, very important. Next. Add notifications. Not only in this particular auto scaling group example, there are many examples where you come across an option called add notification button. Wherever there's a button called add notification, remember that you have to link a group here. Go to add notification. Can you see SNS topic? Do you remember we have created a topic? That topic which you have created will be visible here, my topic. The topic which you have created in a simple notification service, my dear friends, this topic, name of the topic, that my topic will be available in the EC2 service in this particular notification option. So the point what I want to tell you is that no, in any example, whenever you're doing with any service, wherever you come across this button, wherever you come across this button called add notification, sends notification to SNS topics. Wherever you come across the button called add notification, remember that you have to create a topic there. That topic will be here, be visible. So whenever this particular event happens, whenever the auto scaling event happens, then we receive an email to that particular email addresses under that particular topic. So that's how notification services are used to receive notifications to the infrastructure management team, what's happening in the background automatically. That's the importance of simple notification service. For that, I have taken this load balancer example to understand it. So let's remove the launch configuration which I have created. Okay. So that is about notification service. Next, I want to discuss about CloudWatch. So before discussing about CloudWatch, let's have an interaction. Karthik Koduru. Karthikeya Koduru.
Sunil,
Yes,
can you hear me?
I can hear you. It's very clear.
Perfect. So, Sunil, thank you so much for the.
Thank you, Karthik. Thank you very much. If you're happy, that's enough. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy, Sunil.
Yeah. Thank you.
So, Sunil, I wanted to ask a question. So, when is the next batch going to start? Because I want to refer few of my friends.
Yeah, actually, I thought of starting next week, but I'm planning to go out of station for 3 to 4 days. So tentatively, it will be starting on 21st or 22nd. Okay.
Okay.
You will get the updates in the WhatsApp group.
Okay. And
Okay.
the class would be in the afternoon, you said,
No,
right? Before lunch.
No, yeah, it will be before lunch, but the time is yet to be decided. I think it's planning morning time, I think, so I'm not sure.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, Sunil.
All the updates you get it in the WhatsApp group. You are in the group, right, Karthikeya?
Yeah, I am in the group, Sunil.
Okay, thank you. Anything more?
And we will also get the links for the,
Joining.
Yeah.
First, let's say if you want to refer your friends, first you get the WhatsApp groups. The participants should join the WhatsApp group. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So one in the new group, they get the Zoom links. Okay.
The
Okay.
current existing group will get the group
New
link,
groups. New groups.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, Sunil.
Okay. Or you can also mail us to support saying that once the date and time is scheduled, you get the updates in the WhatsApp groups. Karthik, just follow that instructions. Okay. You get updates many times, 2-3 times. Okay.
Sure, Sunil. And do we also get any kind of a support for
Job support you're talking
Job
about.
support, yeah, correct.
I cannot guarantee because it depends upon what service you have assigned, isn't it? Okay. So,
Yeah. So
in case
currently,
once you get the job, please send an email in case if you find any resources. I cannot guarantee that, but I can share some information.
yeah, Sunil. I mean, actually, I have experience of 5 years in technical support.
Okay.
So I'm switching. So I wanted to get the information how to do that proxy thing you said, right?
We don't do proxy. Use the certification proxy you're talking about.
No, experience proxy you said, right? We need to fake.
Yeah, you have to put an experience. That's not proxy. Proxy is different.
Okay, fine.
You have to put experience in your resume, Karthikeya, saying that I worked on AWS for 2-3 years. Okay. 3 years you have to project it as an AWS certificate. Okay. So did you complete DevOps?
No, Sunil, I'm yet to plan for
Please,
your next batch.
Please do that. After completing, then you'll have more opportunities.
Sure, Sunil. Yeah.
And one person from our previous Sunday I got a message saying that he got job. His name is 1 minute. Vinay got job. He's from I think 79 batch. I think so.
Okay.
From Bangalore based company. So it's the same process he followed, Karthikeya. Okay. He completed AWS and DevOps and projected 3 years of experience. Okay. Just follow the process. Thank you.
Sure, Sunil. Yeah. Thank you.
I'll be posting his 1 minute success story soon in the WhatsApp group. I am yet to receive from him. Okay. Yeah.
Sure, Sunil. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Karthik. CloudWatch. What is the importance of CloudWatch? Have a look at it. Let's say we have created 2 EC2 machines. If you want to know information about what is the CPU utilization of that particular machine, how much memory is, how much RAM is free in that particular machine, how much hard disk is free, how many network packets are coming in, how many network packets are going out. You want to monitor those kind of machines. Suddenly the machine behaves slow. Suddenly one EC2 machine behaves very slow. We should know the reason behind that. Is it because its memory is not, is it RAM full? The main RAM is referring to memory. Is it CPU becoming busy? So that we need to add more cores. So how do you track, how do you monitor the EC2 machines? Using a monitoring service called as CloudWatch. So CloudWatch is called as a monitoring service. So you using that, you can get the metrics like CPU utilization, disk read, how many disk read operations are going on, how many disk write operations are going, how many network packets are coming in, how many network packets are going out. All this we can monitor using a service called as CloudWatch. And this report, we get it every 5 minutes. Every 5 minutes, the report will be generated. The frequency of the reports of a metric is 5 minutes. And this is default monitoring. Default monitoring is 5 minutes. The default monitoring is free service. There's something called detail monitoring. Detail monitoring is nothing but this information, same information you get it, but it gets updated every 1 minute. That is called detail monitoring. When you enable detail monitoring, it's a paid service. By default, it is free, but if you enable detail monitoring, it becomes paid, and you get the report every 1 minute. If you want every report every minute to be, every 5 minutes you want the metrics to be updated, then it is by default free. I'll show you how exactly we can get the metrics. We have a service called, under services, there's management and governance. Under that we have CloudWatch. Services, let's go to under management and governance. We have service called as CloudWatch. Okay. Go to EC2 service. How many instances are there in the EC2 level? EC2 service is different. CloudWatch is different. Both are different services. Okay. In EC2, I just want to list out how many EC2 machines we are having. Dev, QA, prod. One is dev server, the other one is QA server, the other one is prod server, isn't it? We have 3 EC2 machines. Okay. These 3 EC2 machines, you can monitor it in the service called as CloudWatch. I'll show you where to monitor. Under metrics, under all metrics, select you want to generally monitoring is done on EC2 machines. Can you see EC2 per instance metrics? So this is dev instance. This is the name of the EC2 machine. Okay, are you understanding? Dev instance is nothing but the first EC2 machine. Agree? Similarly, you will have QA instance, production instance, and QA instance. Every instance will be visible here. You want to see the CPU utilization of dev server, dev instance. So dev instance, can you see CPU utilization? Select this. You will get the graph here. At specific time, what is the CPU utilization? Okay, this is 0.46 is the utilization rate. Are you understanding? Okay. So like this, the metrics will be updated. You can see the graph here. Okay, you in the same way you want to see the CPU utilization of QA instance also, you can select the production instance CPU utilization. Where is this? CPU utilization. This is a QA instance. QA instance is orange line. Dev instance is this. So like this, you can see the metrics. Okay, you have a lot of metrics here, network packets. So it's also a monitoring tool. It's always a monitoring tool. Using that, you can monitor the AWS infrastructure. Very good. It's important. Very frequently asked question, can we set up billing alarms? Can we set up billing alarm in AWS? Every client who is having their servers on AWS, my dear friends, every client, no matter whether it's a big client or a small client, every client who is having their infrastructure on AWS, they will have budgets for the infrastructure. They'll allocate some budget for the AWS. Okay, so let's say they have allocated, let's say for example, they have allocated that, for example, 20,000 rupees is a monthly infrastructure, what they have allocated to AWS. So the management team is ready to pay 10,000 rupees per month. It could be 10,000 rupees or $10,000. In currency is not the point, but they will allocate some fixed amount of budget for every month. And management don't want any surprises. Suddenly, if the bill is 25,000, as an AWS team, when you say that, okay, so to the management saying that this time it was not 10,000, it is 20,000. No, the finance team will not agree, or the management team will not agree. So you should generally this kind of, you have to take approvals in case the budget increases. So so first point you have to understand, the client don't want any surprises, especially for the cloud billing. They don't want any surprises. So you have to monitor whether the bill is according to the budget or not. So how can we monitor the bill? How can you monitor the bill? By creating alarms. Okay. So if the budget is 50,000, 10,000, you have to create an alarm for, let's say, generally what the AWS team will do, they create alarm for 3,000 rupees. They create one more alarm for 5,000. They create one more alarm for 7,000. Like this, they will be creating 3 alarms. When the bill reaches 3,000, then there will be, then the alarm will be triggered and we'll receive an email saying that, okay, the bill is now 3,000. Okay, so that you can track, okay, so it's 3,000, let's say 10 days has been passed, now the bill is 3,000, okay, now it's as per control. Like this, you can define a billing, you can define an alarm. When that particular condition is true, we can receive an email or something like that. I hope I'm very clear in explaining the importance of alarms. How can we define the billing alarm? First point, what you have to do in your AWS account, go to my account, under billing preferences, you have to select this checkbox, receive billing alerts. Go to my account. Billing preferences. Can you see here? We have billing preferences. Receive billing alerts should be selected. First point. Okay. This should be selected. Next. How to create alarm? If you want to create a billing, especially billing alarm, billing alarm, you have to switch your region to North Virginia. You have to switch your, even though your infrastructure is in Mumbai, you have to switch your region to North Virginia because that particular metric called total estimated charge is not available in other regions. I understand. For example, right now, I'm in CloudWatch. Go to all metrics. Go to all metrics. Choose billing. Is there any billing here? Under all metrics, is there any billing here? EBS, EC2, there's no billing here. There's usage, RDS metrics, SNS metrics, logs, EC2. Is there any billing metric? Billing metric is not available because you are in Mumbai region. Whereas I go to North Virginia region, now I am pointing to North Virginia region. I go to all metrics. You can see billing option here. That metric is available. Billing metric is available in North Virginia region. Go to billing metric, total estimated charge. Currency calculation will be done automatically. Select this. Select the metric. And then, so sorry, here you have to select the alarm here. I'll show you. Look at this. Go to alarms dashboard. Go to billing alarms. You have to go to billing. This is called billing alarm. Create alarm. Select metric. Metric is based on billing. You are able to see billing option here because you are in North Virginia region. Go to billing. Under metric, there's a billing. Under billing, there's an option called total estimated charge. Select the currency. Click on select metric. Now you can see very clearly the metric name is to estimate charge, stands for total estimated charge. If it is greater than or equal to, let's say if the client's budget is $10,000, you can provide $3,000. Click on next. Use a topic. You know, we have to receive notification, right? You can see the topic here. You can add notifications. Right now there are notifications. You can receive the notifications. You can select the notifications. Okay. And then you can proceed. You can add a notification. And then you can go ahead and click on create. So like this, my dear friends, billing alarms is created for every frequent limits, so that when the alarm, when the bill is 3,000, we get a message. So AWS team will receive a message saying that, okay, for these many number of days from day 1 to day 9, it has been $3,000. Okay, so in case any surprise happens, we can go back and check the bill, and we can also track because of what service we get some increased in bill, because finally you don't want any surprises. My dear friends, is this clear in explaining you the concept of billing alarm? Any questions, please raise your hand. Yes, Chaitanya. Your question, please. You are now allowed to unmute, Chaitanya.
Yeah, you can hear my voice.
Yes, I can hear you. Yes, your question.
Yeah, once you can go up now. There is a little doubt for me. Yeah, it is that like alarm state trigger. What is the in alarm? Okay, insufficient data.
No, generally it will be in alarm. That means when the condition is true. Okay.
Okay.
When the condition is true, then what you want happen? You want to receive an email, right? So we have to select the topic here. Got it?
Okay.
When you select the topic here, when you click on continue, when the condition is true, then we get the alarm.
Okay.
Okay. I get an
Okay.
email saying that the bill has been reached 3,000. So that as an AWS infrastructure management team, you'll understand, okay, now the bill has been reached to $3,000. Okay. So that's how you can monitor the bill.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Akil Akhtar. Your question, please, Akil Akhtar. You don't have any questions. If you're not having, Akil, you cannot hear you. Looks like some problem with your audio settings. Prasad.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Prasad. How are you?
Yeah, fine. What about you?
Yeah, doing well. Yes.
It is only for EC2 machine. If I want,
No. This is total estimated charge,
okay.
not bill for only EC2 machine. All the entire monthly bill. Okay. It can be EC2 or it can be S3 buckets or RDS or Route
Yeah.
53, whatever it is. Okay. It's
Okay.
not specific to one service. Okay.
So if it is any case if there is a peering is happening, how can I design?
You want specific to one particular service, right?
Yes, exactly.
No, generally, if you see the option what I have used, the metric which I have used, okay, Route 53 service, right?
Okay.
I'm not selecting on specific service. I'm selecting it as billing.
Okay.
Okay, billing by service. And here, if you want the bill for EC2, okay, you want to monitor only for EC2 bill, you can select this. Okay.
Okay.
Got it? This is specific to bill specific to one service, but generally billing happens across all the services. You can create multiple billings also. Okay.
Sure. Thank you.
Okay, so billing by service, billing by total estimated charge. So what I have shown you is billing for total estimated charge. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, Prasad. Thank you. Okay, so that's about. So this is the three things which I want to explain in today's session. One is the queuing service. Okay. The other one is notification service. The other one is monitoring service. And where you can also discuss about, we can also discuss about CloudWatch. Okay. Okay. So tomorrow will be the last class. Tomorrow we'll discuss about few more services like Snowball and Cloud Formation and there's one more important thing. 1 minute, please be online. Email service. Okay, so those are the three pending services. So tomorrow will be our last class. Okay, thank you very much and see you tomorrow. Bye everybody. Thank you very much.